Growing up, I was surrounded by doctors, but I was a very creative child. Like, I loved science and I loved building things. I'm from an African family, and those that can relate, who come through families where it's kind of like a norm to have a vocational career, be a lawyer, a doctor, engineer, something like that, someone who makes a difference in society. People that are creatives or do things that are kind of to them out of the norm, or for their culture it's out of the norm. It was a very difficult thing to breach, and it started from before music for me, because I always knew that I wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit creative. For my parents, it was a tough pill to swallow because it took many years for them to respect what I do as a career. It's like, we get lit everywhere we go. Even still now, like, probably with my dad, still fight some battles. It's more about how much money you make rather than the difference that you make. And it was tough, but I'm quite a tough cookie, so it didn't really faze me. I was just like, well, I'm going to put our family on the map. Take it in. Take it in. It's real life, It's not Photoshop. Ice Cream London it's a lifestyle, it's a culture, it's essentially at the core, it's a brand, it's an entertainment brand. And it started off the back of music. Urban music has come a very, very long way. And I'm someone who's loved hip hop for a really long time. Like, I've loved UK music, American music, and styles that weren't really accepted in nightclubs at the time. So when Ice Cream came into the scene, we didn't have a platform where we could really express music that we loved to the degree that we loved it without, some kind of stigma, stereotype, clubs getting shut down, venue owners talking to us funny. So we had this mission to basically introduce a brand that put a face on music that wasn't going to receive prejudice or stereotype, or think because of this genre of music there's going to be trouble or whatever. So we made it a mission to represent the culture and represent the music that we loved, and surround it by a team of DJs called the Ice Cream Family. There's a battle right now where venues are very threatened. This is nationwide. London for the last 5 years. This is why Sadiq Khan stepping in has been such an important thing. He's really helped with making sure venues stay open. Fabric got closed. That was a big deal, made the news. But it's because Fabric's such a big club, but there's so many smaller clubs that are getting closed. And the real issue is you've got local licensing putting unnecessary pressure. Unnecessary might not be the word, but they're putting a lot of pressure on these venues and saying, if something goes wrong, we're going to close you. I read a lot about people that have successful businesses. I find inspiration in people that have run successful businesses, especially from the ground up. And I take little bits from them and I apply it to my life. But at the same time, my time management is very much kind of based around short-term and long-term goals. And the great thing about that is just I get to choose when I want to do stuff. So he went off to uni, right, 2 years later. And me being a disobedient brother, he never used to let me touch his DJ decks. Back then it was vinyls and needles and it was very delicate stuff. So being a disobedient brother, he's gone off to uni. He's left his decks behind because he didn't have any room in his dorm room. And first thing I did, I set up the decks and I was just like, yo, let me have a practice. Let me see what I can do. We feel that there's so many ways of like mitigating risk and so many safe, responsible ways to run your events that it shouldn't be an issue of having someone in your venue. Just should be kind of how you run it. I get to just live a really cool lifestyle, you know, because I'm a musician, because I'm a DJ, because I run an influential brand. I get into concerts for free. I'm sponsored by clothing lines. I have so many shoes. I don't know what to do with them. I get to travel the world with some of the biggest artists in the scene. I get to be an ambassador for the scene and speak to really important people in the scene about how to better it and how to move it forward. Working in the music industry is great. I know a lot of the people that take our stage well before they take our stage, you know, so to see them blow up and do what they're doing is a great feeling. And music in general is great. Like, everyone loves going concerts and stuff like that, you know, to be in the heart of that, that's a really, really good feeling. Let me not downplay the DJ. And I know I said I never wanted to be a DJ, but I really love DJing.